Not formally practicing the sacraments isn't about taking a negative position. In the Salvation Army, we are not anti-sacramental. Anti means we're against something. We aren't against the sacraments. Neither are we non-sacramental, meaning that we don't practice any sacraments. Instead, we enlarge our understanding of them. We are omni-sacramental. Omni means all-encompassing. We believe that all things can be part of sacramental living. Maybe you are asking yourself, all things? Really? Even secular stuff? The definition of secular is relating to worldly things or to things that are not regarded as religious, spiritual, or sacred. Most public schools teach that secular is mostly about the common good of humanity, not the specific good of a particular religion. The definition of sacred is devoted or dedicated to God or to some religious purpose. So we tend to think secular and sacred are at war with each other. There is secular music and Christian music. There are secular movies and faith-based movies. Inside church is sacred, outside church is the secular world, but that's not how God sees it. God tells us in His Word that He does not make a distinction between the secular and the sacred. Like preparing a cake and then trying to separate the ingredients, we cannot separate the secular from the sacred. When we try to, it simply comes off as judging others. Let's read what Paul wrote in Romans 14, verses 6 to 8. Whoever regards one day as special does so to the Lord. Whoever eats meat does so to the Lord, for they give thanks to God. And whoever abstains does so to the Lord and gives thanks to God. For none of us lives for ourselves alone, and none of us dies for ourselves alone. If we live for the Lord, and if we die for the Lord. So, whether we live or die, we belong to the Lord. Whatever we do should be done for God's glory. His glory is an invisible reality that we live out with visible actions in everything we do. The way we live our lives should honor God, not divide believers and make us judge others. So, how do we actually live a sacramental lifestyle? Paul states it as simply as he can in his letter to the believers in Corinth. Let's read 1 Corinthians 10:31. So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do it all for the glory of God. School, work, and chores can be done with a sacramental mindset. Make the choice to let in God's light as you clean windows, or pray for others as you walk the halls of school. Simply put, recognize the sacramental moments all around you. Theologian Frederick Buechner said this: sacramental moments can occur at any moment, at any place, and to anybody. Watching something get born, a walk on the beach, somebody coming to see you when you're sick, a meal with people you love, looking into a stranger's eyes and finding out they are not strangers. If we weren't blind as bats, we might see that life itself is sacramental. Sacramental living is not religious living or ritualistic living or ceremonial living. Sacramental living is knowing the reality of the amazing grace of our God, as seen in the sacrificial love of Jesus, experiencing that reality personally, and then showing it outwardly in the way we live in every moment.